For over a decade, I lived with something I didn't have a name for. I thought I was completely losing my mind, but it was sensorimotor OCD, and I had no idea it even existed. What is wrong with me, I was thinking. Why can't I stop noticing my mouth, my swallowing, my breath? It was the new millennium, the year 2000 had just arrived. I was 18 years old and was constantly being told that I should be having the time of my life. Only I wasn't. I was completely stuck, afraid of my own body, not able to shift my attention away from bodily sensations that had become painfully overbearing. I would be out with my friends but not really present with them, as I felt that as long as I was aware of these things, I couldn't be really happy. And people would sometimes look at me with a strange and kind of concerned look and ask, if I was all right because I looked a bit down or a bit worried. But, what was I going to say to them? I'm all right. I just can't stop thinking about my swallowing. I mean, of course, they're not going to understand that. They're not going to get it. So I didn't open up to anyone. Then came the self-judgment. There are so many people in the world much worse off than me, I was thinking. Why am I getting so anxious about these bodily sensations when there's people who are really stuck? This is ridiculous. I'm ridiculous and I need to get a grip. I need to man up. I need to get over this. But of course, this type of thinking just made the unwanted awareness stick around even more. In fact, the more I tried to not be aware of these things, the worse the awareness became. And really, it was such a soul-destroying time. I kept asking myself, how can something as small and unimportant as this be causing me so much distress and anxiety? But of course, I didn't have a good answer for this. Over time, a sense of helplessness crept in. I found myself depressed, defeated, and certain that I was always going to be stuck with this. And I had no idea at that point that I was struggling with something that actually has a name, sensorimotor OCD, something that I went on to struggle with in silence for more than a decade. When I did finally find out what it was and started to research the approaches and techniques that might actually help for it, I was actually really dismayed to see that there wasn't very much information about this strange subset of OCD. Eventually, I did learn how to manage it, but it took me far longer than was necessary. Today, as a coach for people with OCD and anxiety, I've created a dedicated program for sensorimotor OCD, one that's shaped by everything that I learned through those very difficult years. If you're struggling with this and looking for support, you don't have to figure it out all on your own. You can book a free discovery call with me to explore whether this program might be a good fit. The link is in my bio and pinned in a comment. And I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions at all, do please let me know. And I will see you next time. This video is for education only. It's not therapy or medical advice. If you're struggling, please speak with a licensed mental health professional.